Hello. Today I'd like to talk to you about bringing maps alive. My name is Scott Frank, and I'm a director of product management here at Foursquare. I help to lead some of our teams, particularly around the data analysis, our movements data, as well as our analytics work. I'm delighted to speak with you about building the leading cloud-based geospatial platform. This is a system that involves several different products and components, ranging from attribution to audience, places, and visits data products. We have a number of different APIs that offer increased functionality to developers of apps and other products alike. And more focused today, I'll be speaking to you about our visualization and our analytics capabilities, which we've developed here at the company that have some really, I think, powerful and amazing results. And certainly for those of you who may not be familiar with us, we are in the business of deeply understanding where things are, information about those things, and how people move throughout the world. And this is really the core to the work that we do and the products that we power and build ourselves. Speaking of which, we're really proud of where our consumer origin has come from. We have solved many problems for ourselves, and we've listened to our customers and exposed these capabilities and functionality to them. Over the past 14 years, we've transformed from an app and social mobile developer to becoming the prominent location layer for the internet. And we're trusted by some of the biggest names in tech, including Uber, Snap, Twitter, and Nextdoor. So from visualization to visual analytics, today I'd like to talk to you about one of our top predictions for 2023, that visualization will evolve from the ability to represent data and to an ability to analyze data. We all know that visuals are a powerful tool for humans to comprehend and communicate information. But did you know that the human brain processes visuals 60,000 times faster than text? And that the human brain can process an image in just 13 milliseconds? It turns out there is data behind that old adage, a picture is worth 1,000 words. For this reason, in 2023, enterprises will turn to visualization to bring the power of data analysis to even more people. Visuals are the most effective way of making sense of large data. Visual analytics will drive data science workbenches like Amazon SageMaker Geospatial, making it easier and more possible to explore billions of rows of data as easily as directions on a map, to identify clusters of data as easily as points of interest, and to build and test hypotheses as quickly as creating maps. Teams will use new collaboration capabilities to create and share visualizations to solve problems effectively. And this was, in summary and context, also coming from a quote by my colleague Vin Sharma, who's a VP of engineering here at Foursquare. Geospatial data has tremendous potential. And I think with all of us working in data and data science, we can understand a bit about how that is true when it comes to visualizations. But it also, we know, comes with challenges. And one type of data which is unique to that is geospatial, mapping the physical world. We at Foursquare have seen the challenges of visualizing geospatial data firsthand. Geospatial data sets are inherently large, after all, they encompass the whole world, but this often leads to slow performance and heavy workflows. Furthermore, because geospatial data has been around for so long, the tooling used to work with it is often outdated and inflexible. Whereas many other industries have successfully transitioned to distributed data storage and processing techniques, GIS has lagged behind. So here we summarize some of those challenges that we face in working with data. And we've, at Foursquare, taken a stab to address these and what we see as helping to solve for the solutions of tomorrow. So there are a number of different things that we are offering. Here we can see our vision in terms of our geospatial data, one, having it be highly flexible on a fast improving platform. We are constantly iterating and developing new features and functionality. This is a platform that we've designed to visualize and analyze large-scale geospatial data at the speed of business. Within Studio, users can visualize complex movement patterns over time with the support of hex tiles, a proprietary next-generation tiling system that not only unifies diverse spatial data sets and conducts analytics, but also visualizes and explores big data on a planetary scale. Advanced visual capabilities make sense of data and help teams discover patterns or trends that often go unnoticed. So some of the functionality that we offer, I mentioned here about the proprietary tiling system called hex tiles. For those of you familiar with H3, we'd really invite you to take a look and think you'll enjoy many of the benefits, including on large geospatial joins, as well as taking advantage of the GPU accelerated visualization, which really provides a smooth experience in visualizing and exploring the data, which I'll get to here today. So how does it work? For those of you who haven't used Foursquare Studio before, I'd like to walk through some of the functionalities and capabilities. We offer a number of different things on the data side. For example, we have a catalog which offers and makes use of a number of data sets from around the country and around the world for you to employ and use as part of your processes, your visualization, analytics, and workflows. We also provide the ability for you to use data connectors, whether it's Presto or Snowflake or others, in order to connect to the data that you already have so that you can access it all in one place. Speaking of accessing, we also provide cloud storage that helps you to manage maps and data sets. And that is extremely useful when it comes to team sharing and being able to work with other colleagues or partners who, for example, maybe they're an analyst or a fellow data scientist, so that the work can be distributed and shared across the team. But it also provides enough simplicity and power for you to be able to use the Studio product end-to-end in your own individual workflows. As we think about how to augment this, we have a very active and vibrant community that is there to provide ideas, support, and in general, further our work in visualization analytics together. Being able to ask questions, get inspiration, and exchange ideas is one of the things that's my favorite in my involvement in this. We also have a set of integrations which allow you to work with the tools and software and platform that you may already be familiar with and using today, such as Grafana or Databricks. So these, in addition to Jupyter Notebooks, among other integrations, are things that we provide out of the box so that you're able to make use of this platform and Studio in particular as part of your workflow and daily processing needs. And so where Studio may not be the custom application that you're working to develop, we have a solution for that as well with our Data API and Map SDK, allowing you to load in data sets and provide processing, visualization, and other capabilities that we offer in Studio. But here you can create custom and develop to your own application and business use case. So really, we provided both the Studio product and also the API and SDKs in order to address a wide range of needs that help to address your particular use case. Drilling down now into Studio, there are a number of capabilities and features that I would like to mention. The team has worked very hard in order to provide a very fast, smooth experience with our GPU acceleration, which supports really smooth client-side exploration. We provide a number of preset layers, which you can easily turn on and off. tools for manipulating and operating with data, as well as a number of different capabilities, including leveraging hex tiles and the ability to visualize different kinds of data through something, for example, like our flow analysis, or being able to show what happens with changes over time. Or, for example, if you might have a fleet that you need to manage, being able to see those movements and changes on the map in front of you. So now I'd like to talk through an example with a leading CPG that has used Foursquare data in order to guide their market expansion. This is something where the consumer had come to us in order to try to understand how could they expand their retail footprint in new markets to both bring in more revenue and also to be competitive in those new areas where they're looking to expand. And so with that question, we sought to explore with them and to try to understand how we might be able to provide some tools and solutions to aid their case. And in this case, the solution that we worked with them to build is to provide a suitability scoring system, which allows the retail team to select which sites might be more efficacious in expanding their retail footprint and where they might want to add stores or contract given the macroeconomic and changing conditions where their funds and use of resources could be better deployed. So we started off initially with an analysis around foot traffic and using that to correlate to their existing locations as well as those of others in the market. And based on that, extrapolated future transactions of what would occur if they were to have a new retail store opening. And so that led us to the results, which were really a tremendous success. They had opened a number of different locations initially in one market. In this case, we'll look through the example with Atlanta, and found that actually the model was quite accurate in forecasting transaction volumes. Now the team is deploying the same approach to enter new markets, and they've been really excited both in continuing to build on top of these models and visualizations to further their analytical capabilities, and also on top of that to expand to other markets and geographies using the same methodology that we built and expanding their data set. So now I'll take a moment to show you what that looks like live. So here we can see an example of number of layers on the left side. So I will start by showing you these white and blue dots across the screen indicate some competitor locations. So this was one subset of the data that we worked with and just simplified it here for the purposes of demonstration. Here are a number of locations. Those that are more white compared to blue indicate where there is heavier traffic going to those particular locations. We also then have some movement data, which we were able to layer on top of. And of course, this is really just showing the visualization analytics part of it, but there were a number of operations and analyses conducted in notebooks, which are not shown here today. And while we can visualize some of those inside the notebooks, they really don't have the same kind of power, capability, and tooling that we found necessary in order to provide the kind of experience and the level of insight that our customer was looking for. Hence, visualizing here these visits, we then are also able to show what different suitability scores look like. And you can see as these are layered on how some of those scorings change. And it's almost like a blurring effect, which in principle, we look to use in order to better understand around some of these H3 cells what the neighboring cell values and aspects may impact in terms of the potential for suitability of a given site. And so here we have a number of different suitability scores that we can easily show and hide. First, to start off, I'm going to begin by showing just this, this particular area 1. So the first thing that I'll do is go to the filters tab, and I'm going to create a new filter. I will do that based off of a suitability score. And so the one that I want to look at initially is the suitability score for area 1. And right now it's showing all values. And you can see with this slider, it's very simple and easy for anyone, including an analyst to a data scientist, to be able to quickly drill in and remove whatever might be noise in their decision-making process. And so as we go further and further, we see those sites that are more likely and more suitable, in this case, for the retail expansion. Or looking at the diff of where they currently are, where they might consider removing locations. And so here you can see that there are similarities and there's some correlation with some competitor locations, but there are also places where there are not competitors directly nearby. And so we thought that this was a really nice way to quickly and easily provide an interactive experience that then our partner was able to use, presenting to their retail team and working with their other members and colleagues in order to determine and evaluate which locations would really be most suitable for them to continue their expansion. So here in Atlanta, they found this to be a very effective model, which then was expanded beyond. And as you can see, with this tool, we're able to turn on and show a number of different visualizations and filters across the tool with ease. So I want to thank you for your time today. We really enjoy our work here in visualizing and analytics, and we look forward to providing the opportunity to engage in dialogue more about how we can together unlock the power of places and movement around the world. We hope that this is a platform that will be something of use and interest, and we would love to work with you to understand where there are opportunities for us to grow and expand it together and how we might be able to learn from each other. So thank you very much for your time today, and look forward to speaking soon.